Hey guys, this is the Radrunner 2 from Rad Power Bikes, and it's supposed to be their entry-level utility e-bike. However, for $1,500, I don't know about entry-level, but after having it for 6 months, I do think the utility in this bike might be worth the price. So let's talk about it. So let's start with the frame, because that is what makes this bike special. First, it has a low and wide step-through design, which makes getting on and off the bike super easy. Second, you have a super beefy rear rack that can easily carry a person, to the point where I'm more concerned about the wheel than the rack itself. And then finally, you have a ton of mounting holes for all the accessories you can get for this bike. Things like a front rack, a front basket, a center console if you don't like the step-through design, a large platform and delivery bags, a large and small basket, a bunch of bags and a pannier set, and a must-have accessory, the passenger kit. And with all that, you have a lot of possible utility on this frame. But no matter how much utility it has, it'll be worthless if it's not a good e-bike. So let's talk about the electric drivetrain this bike has, starting with the motor. A 750 watt geared hub motor, which is winded for more torque and less top speed. You can tell because while other geared motors on wheels that are 20 inches like these, they can reach up to 28 miles per hour on a 48 volt battery if you unlock the speed. However, on this bike, if you unlock the speed, you still top out at 22 miles per hour with a 48 volt battery. By the way, speaking of 48 volts, you have a 48 volt, 14 amp hour, 672 watt hour battery on this bike, which for me at 160 pounds gets me about 26 miles on throttle and about double that on low pedal assist, which by the way, the controller handles pedal assist really well, giving you a constant amount of power based on the level of assist regardless of the speed. And it appears to be a custom controller from Rad Power Bikes, which so far for me has been holding up really well. I honestly have nothing bad to say about it. As for the display, it's a tiny LED display with LED lights for the battery and pedal assist levels, and 4 buttons for power, lights, pedal assist levels, and walk mode. Also, you should note that while the electronics are very well protected against water and can probably handle a bit of rain, water damage is still possible and is not covered under warranty, so try not to push your luck in the rain. Now let's talk about the normal bike parts. You have a rigid fork in the front and a BMX style handlebar at the top. You have a weirdly shaped saddle that will leave part of your butt hanging out and will make it a bit hard to pedal, but it now has a little extra cushion. You also have 180mm mechanical disc brakes, which are pretty solid until you're going down a hill at 30 miles an hour with a passenger. But hey, I'm still good, so no complaints from me. Especially since we get 3.3-inch semi-fat tires that make those scary situations a little bit more comfortable. But sadly, they also make the bike harder to pedal, which sucks because we only have a single gear on this bike, so don't run out of battery for your own good. Although I personally don't pedal the bike much, and I'm happy with the single gear because it keeps the bike simple and the chain has never fallen. And before I forget, you also have a basic front and rear light, which are nice to have but not really impressive. So my final thoughts on this bike. I've had it for about 6 months now and it's been absolutely rock solid. The only issues I've had is squeaky brakes, and it's my fault because it only started after I replaced the brake pads and I used different materials and I didn't replace the rotor. So yeah, I really like the bike. It's given me really no issues so far. I do think $1,500 for it is a bit pricey, but I really like the frame design. So if you're looking for a rock solid utility bike with a passenger seat and a step-through design, then this is a great choice. But if you want a regular bike, then maybe try the Rad Mission or something else. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. So if you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be a review of the Radrunner Plus.